Well, hello there. Today we're going to watch a classic TV series called Wings, a show that I'm sure most of our listeners are familiar with. Wings is known far and wide as one of the best TV series to ever hit the air. So today we're going to reminisce and watch the series again with the entire cast of Then and Now. We will tell you about the original names and ages of the actors from the show and how they've changed in 2023. Okay, let's check it out together. Tim Daly was born on March 1st, 1956 in Suffern, New York. He played the character Joe Montgomery Hackett in the series when he was 34 years old in 1990. Currently, he's living happily at the age of 67.
I really do not miss being single at all. I am so glad that I'm in a long-term relationship based on love.
The actual holiday of Thanksgiving because it involves, food and drink and stuff like that. But I have to say that, I never thought...
Steven Weber was born on March 4th, 1961 in Queens, New York. He played the character Brian Michael Hackett in the series when he was 29 years old in 1990. Currently, he's living happily at the age of 62.
Let's just call her passenger B6. You don't even know her name?
Well, we didn't do that much talking, if you know what I mean. And
King. But he was around a lot during the filming of The Shining, and I was able to ask him questions because I was reading the book while...
Crystal Bernard was born on September 30th, 1961 in Garland, Texas. She played the character Helen Chapel in the series when she was 29 years old in 1990. Currently, she's living happily at the age of 61.
Practicing 2 hours a day, I have put over 10,000 hours of my life into that cello. Do you realize how many hours that is?
A couple things. You're talking career, I'm sure. Yeah. Developing a couple things, movies that I think are really interesting.
David Schramm was born on August 14th, 1946 in Louisville, Kentucky. He played the character Roy Biggins in the series when he was 44 years old in 1990. Sadly, on March 28, 2020, Schramm died from a heart attack in New York at the age of 73.
Fugitive Nazis.
Simon Wiesenthal hunts Anne Margaret.
Well, I thought he might be one of those crazed fans, Roy.
Crazed?
Rebecca Schull was born on February 22, 1929 in New York City, New York. She played the character Faye Evelyn Schlob DeVay in the series when she was 61 years old in 1990. Currently, she's living happily at the age of 94.
You certainly seem to have developed a morbid curiosity all of a sudden.
just trying to have a pleasant conversation, that's all.
If you ask me, the trouble is that you're watching...
Tony Shalhoub was born on October 9, 1953 in Green Bay, Wisconsin. He played the character Antonio Scarpacci in the series when he was 38 years old in 1991. Currently, he's living happily at the age of 69.
Like in the movie Twister. You remember the cow? You're laughing, huh? Obviously, you haven't seen your husband yet.
This one, when I read it, it just, it has so much, there's so much to it. It has comedy, it has pathos, it has...
Thomas Hayden Church was born as Thomas Richard McMillan on June 17, 1960, in Woodland, Yolo County, California. He played the character Lowell Mather in the series when he was 30 years old in 1990. Currently, he's living happily at the age of 63.
Vous vous souvenez d'un étudiant qui s'appelle Jerry Stark? Bon. He's thinking, Joe. Non, je mets pas la même chose.
Dressed, not unlike yourself, elegantly. And I thought, I'm just gonna show up how I dress every day on the ranch.
Amy Yasbeck was born on September 12, 1962 in Blue Ash, Ohio. She played the character Casey Chapel Davenport in the series when she was 32 years old in 1994. Currently, she's living happily at the age of 60.
I think that's it.
Why not?
Well, I haven't exactly told Mom about Stuart yet.
You haven't told her? You've been separated for months.
Where does she think you spent all this time?
In the bathroom.
We are pushing basically for John Ritter Foundation for Aortic Health. We are kind of publicists for the aorta in general, and I'm always like...
Farrah Fork was born on January 12, 1968 in Corpus Christi, Texas. She played the character Alex Lambert in the series when she was 24 years old in 1992. Sadly, on February 25, 2022, Fork died of cancer at her home in Houston, Texas at the age of 54.
By the way, Slick, I get my clearance from the tower, so if you have a traffic problem, talk to them.
Entirely reasonable. Absolutely. Of course, the tower, that's what the problem is. Wow.
Brian Haley was born on February 12, 1963 in Seattle, Washington. He played the character Bud Bronski in the series when he was 32 years old in 1995. Currently, he's living happily at the age of 60.
You had a death dream, sir?
Yeah, so?
Don't go, sir! Don't go, please! I beg you!
He's not a big, loud presence on the set. He creates a vibe that is conducive to just doing your best. And
Mark Herelick was born on June 5, 1951 in Hamilton, Texas. He played the character Davis Lynch in the series when he was 42 years old in 1993. Currently, he's living happily at the age of 72.
That size on film, and she grew up in the theater and was trained in the theater, and to see a theater actor transition to that size.
Michael Manasseri was born on February 28, 1974 in Poughkeepsie, New York. He played the character Kenny McElvey in the series when he was 16 years old in 1990. Currently, he's living happily at the age of 49.
A lot of demo reels. A couple of people who we weren't familiar with in the beginning, like John Doerr, who's Joey, who's our lead.
Laura Ennis was born on August 16, 1957 in Pontiac, Michigan. She played the character Bunny Mather in the series when she was 34 years old in 1991. Currently, she's living happily at the age of 65.
Thank you. I don't get a chance to wear it much. I'm on the boat most of the time, taking care of the kids.
Right. Look, about Lowell.
It's very interesting because how do you grieve if every other day you're back with the person, So.
Before we wrap up this journey through the world of the Wings TV series, I want to hear from you. Who's your favorite character from the series? What's this thing that they have that it's so appealing to you? Share your thoughts and feelings in the comments section below, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you're always the first to know when new content is released. Your support and engagement mean the world to me. Thank you for joining me on this journey down memory lane.